A very good evening, everybody. So, let me just invite our other speaker, Dr. Sunita Advani. Just a second. For her to join in. It has been a pleasure of having you all here today. So stay tuned with us. Hi, Dr. Sunita. You have joined. Just accept the invitation. Okay. All right. I have requested. Just accept. So meanwhile, as you all know that we are going to speak on the topic of impact of the relationship between okay, just let me send the request again. Impact of the parental relationship with each other on children. So let's just let her join so that we can begin. Yes, I think she is here. Hello, good evening, ma'am. Dr. Sunita, good evening.
Am I
I can't
audible?
hear you. Yes, now you are audible. Yes, sir. All right. So, good evening, everybody. And today I am Maria Mahmood from the Parenting Tribe and Dr. Sunita Advani. We are here as the parenting coaches and counselors to speak on the topic of impact of parents' relationship with each other on children. Yes, Dr. Sunita. So I request all the people who have joined in, if you have any question or query or any suggestion, please drop in the comment section, and we'll try to resolve all the questions by the end of the live.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria. And thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Maria, for having me here and really looking forward to having an insightful talk with you.
Same
So,
here.
regarding parenting, yeah. So, regarding parenting, we speak a lot about, spending quality time with the children, about praising them, about catching them doing right, about rewards, about consequences, etc., etc. A lot of it we talk. But the lot of parenting outcomes also depends upon the relationship the two parents share with each other,
True.
right? And
True.
as we all know, the best gift you as mom and dad can give your child is to love one another. And also we expect our children to get along very well with their siblings, have an ideal relationship with them regarding sharing, regarding understanding, forgiving, respecting, and so on and on. But how about we model the same with our spouse? Regarding all these things, we model the same with our parents get along well with one another, so children, they do well, they thrive well. But unfortunately, this isn't very easy, right? It is very alarming, to
Yes.
know that 1 in 5 couples are in a relationship which can be classified as distressed because they argue a lot, they consider separation, or they regret being in a relationship.
That is very true. Yes, absolutely. So here I recall of one child of my own grade. So what used to happen was he used to live in a joint family. So it was a joint family setup, and where the grandparents were really dominating in that case, and they had absolute control over him to the extent that they were the ones who were used to decide whether he will study or not, or whether it is his playtime or whatever. And the mother was unheard by even her spouse, so she had no say. And absolutely, the child was also not going to respect her, and he was not even listening to her, and she had no value in his life, and he never used to listen to her. So by the age of 7, what we used to notice in the child was that the child doesn't consider or listen to any of his peers or the parents, and then especially the mother. And then he is extremely lagging behind in the studies and extracurricular activities, very you can say poor in taking instructions also, and gets in petty fights with each other and tries to dominate in those fights. So he was having very less self control, and he couldn't even take any decisions. He was not able to decide what is wrong, what is right. So the impact of the family and the dominance and the patriarchal system was so much ingrained into his mind that he was not able to think beyond that. And seeing all these treatments with her now, so the mother had no say, she couldn't share with anyone, and the child was being as in the child was overly pampered, and she couldn't even scold him. So what do you think were the impacts on the mother according to you, where she was feeling unheard and
Yeah, that's really a very, very sorry state she's in. Matlab, it's not only affecting her, of course, it is affecting her very badly, but it is also affecting her son. So, like, he is a target of all this. So, since it's a very dysfunctional family, lots of conflicts. So, now let us see, what are the causes of conflicts, like in short. The conflicts could be because of many reasons, could be money problems, like, some financial stresses or some job stresses, ill health of one of the parents or some family member, or the birth of a child. Sometimes even the extended family members, if it's a joint family. So then because of that also there could be a lot of, like, gossiping, or, people talking about each another negatively. So that can also cause conflict. But whatever be the cause, it's the children who suffer the most. And, in short, if we have to say, what are the effects, in general, we can say depression hota hai, anxiety hota hai, or they have physical health problems, they have behavioral problems, they have relationship issues, outside in school or in college or when they grow up, employment problems during adulthood. In general, their psychological well-being is totally affected. It gets totally fired. So these effects are really very drastic.
absolutely, you are absolutely correct on that. So in this case, well, all the points were very well taken and elaborated. And I would like to add that during the pandemic, as per WHO, India is the most depressed country in the world. The children from 10 to 19 years of age, if you see, so they are having anxiety, they are having depression, and 1 in 6 children and teenagers between 10 to 19 years of age, they are facing it. Such an alarming rate it is. And the main reason, the major reason, and is stated to be the families at home, because they are also into some kind of stress, because so many people have lost their jobs, and everybody is living together, they can't go out, the children are there 24 into 7, so they are seeing everything. So there are so financial problems also a major thing, then parental conflicts, and even this led to abusive relationships also during this pandemic time, because all the stress was coming out on each other, if you see. Yeah. So the children, these kinds of stressors and abuses, they are greatly increasing the risk or of the emotional and psychological setbacks in children, which we'll be seeing the crisis later on. So We have to really
That's
think about it.
yeah, that's really very, very alarming, Maria. And as parents, we can definitely be mindful. We can try and create an environment at home that facilitates self-expression for the children. And then it equips them to have greater communication skills in order to have healthy relationships in future as well. So now looking forward, let's look into the types of conflicts. Okay. So when we talk about types of conflicts, usually people see conflicts only when there are, screaming episodes and breaking things and aggression, all, chillam chilli, feka feki and all physical violence. But well, that's just one extreme because conflicts between parents can have various faces. So let us see a few situations, like, we'll consider a few scenarios. So one is, when there is a cold war, there's like sort of a passive aggressive situation. Like I had a family, there was this couple, husband and wife, both were they were successful professionals, but they had a long period of infertility. They were not able to conceive even for many years after marriage. Then finally, through surrogacy, they were blessed with a kid when both the parents were in their 40s, early 40s. But I don't know what happened. Something happened in the first few years, after the child was born. And then when I observed the girl, the little child, she was around 3 years old, she was in nursery class. So when I observed her in her classroom, I realized that something is wrong. One thing the teacher told me, she's sleeping throughout the day, and when she wakes up she's very grumpy, she's very aggressive, she's fighting with all her friends. If anybody wants to take something, she will immediately snatch it. So she was like, obviously that something was wrong. So I wanted to speak to the parents. So when I called the parents, they were not okay with coming together. Both of them agreed to come, but they said, no, we'll come and meet you separately. So then I realized that there is some problem between the parents. So the parents, what they said, they told me, I got to know that they have stopped communicating with each other. They feel that, personality differences hai, and the mother is not able to gel with her in-laws. So they decided ki, okay, no, it is a very, they thought it is a very proper understanding that okay, we don't talk to each other so that we don't have conflicts in front of the children. They even transitioned into a nuclear family so that the mother does not have conflict. But itna karne ke bawjood, they are yet not speaking to each other. So this 3-year-old child senses that something is wrong. The parents feel that we are doing something right. We are not having any, what to say, like, any fights in front of her, any arguments or any chillam chilli. But the child is totally affected. So this was very sad, and it was really shocking that the child, one day she even tried to bite the teacher. मतलब इतना उसके ऊपर असर हो गया था. So this is the first type of conflict, when there is a passive aggressive relationship. The other one is when one partner dominates over the other. So the child understands, who's the weaker parent, who's the stronger parent. But eventually what happens, the child loses respect for both. But natural, because one is dominating and other one cannot stand up for himself or herself. The third one is where there is a regressive stereotype. Like mother is full day in the kitchen, or mother is taking care of all the, the chores of the house, and father is free to do what he wants. वो बिना किसको पूछे बाहर जाता है, जो चाहिए करता है. He is not answerable to anyone. So then the children see this as a conflict, because in their friends, families, this is not the scenario. So this is also a type of conflict. The next one is verbal abuse. Of course, ये जो है कि एक दूसरे को गाली देना है, या एक दूसरे के family members को भी involve करके उनको भी गाली देना है. This is also a conflict. And the next is derogatory comments. So I had a parent, like as a client, a mother. She told me that her husband always, in front of the children, he'll always tell कि ये तुम्हारी बस की बात नहीं है, ये तुम्हारे सोच के परे है. Don't even bother. You will not understand it. So he keeps telling her this. So of course the mother felt bad, but what she did is she decided to keep her calm. She lets her husband talk whatever he wants. It has become a habit for her. He doesn't even realize that he's doing something wrong. And she does not want to, have a conflict in front of the children, so she quietly takes it. So this is a very, this is also a type of conflict. Of course, the next is physical abuse. Or otherwise it could be like, other instigating factors, like suppose family members here. Like you take a scenario where the husband comes home, and जैसे वो घर पे आता है, his mother, she will start telling him, तेरी बीवी ने ऐसे किया, वैसे किया, वैसे किया, मेरे को चाय नहीं पिलाया, मेरे को पाँव नहीं पड़ा, whatever. And then, or otherwise, other scenarios, the moment he comes, the wife starts, तेरी माँ ने ऐसे बोला, वैसे बोला, वैसे बोला. So this is also a, like, it's a very complicated type of conflict, because even more family members are involved. Other is cheating on partner, of course. So there are many more types of conflicts.
Very well elaborated, ma'am. And I wonder how many types of conflicts do we know as parents and are conscious about, because all these things happen in a very natural setup, and we don't even realize and come to a point that something is going on which is wrong, so that we can raise a voice against that, or we can do something about it. So moving on, our conflicts and types of conflicts and everything. So there must be some or the other impact on the children of these things. So can you please shed more light on what is it that it is impacting the children?
Yeah, definitely. The impact is very, very serious because you know what, Maria, if you see the conflict by itself, it can end in a few minutes or in a few hours or
Hmm.
in a few weeks or maybe a few months. But the impact on the children is lifelong, or sometimes it can be even like lasting for the entire life. And I'll just enumerate a few impacts. So the first thing is the children, they lose respect or love for either one of the parent or both the parents. Like the frustrated parent may tell the child ki teri maa aisi hai waisi hai, or the mother can tell ki your father is like this and only because of you I'm staying in this marriage. So there's a lot of they insult each other or they criticize each other in front of the children, and they involve the children. So the thing is, over here the parents actually do not mean it, it's just in the heat of the moment they criticize the other parent in front of the child. And आगे चल के वो बड़े होते हैं तो they expect the child to respect the parents. In the first place they have only spoken disrespectful things about the parents, so obviously the children will lose respect for the parent. The other problem, other impact, serious impact is when the parents, they start scapegoating. वो बच्चे को बलि का बकरा बना देते हैं. Even if it is not the child's fault, they put all the fault on the child. So children are blamed for wrongdoings or mistakes or faults which are not उनका कुछ गलती नहीं है, and they are not even given a chance to explain or defend themselves. The third thing is very important is such children, they tend to mature before time. उनका childhood बचपन खत्म हो जाता है because they feel कि घर में झगड़ा होने वाला है, and they take the responsibility to see that both the parents are not fighting. They are always trying to see कि they should be at home only, they should try to घर का वातावरण अच्छा रखना चाहिए. So it is it's not a normal, not a normalcy for them. They are losing out on their childhood. जब भी बच्चे में बचपना रहना चाहिए वो खत्म हो जाता है. That is really bad. Or the children may feel guilty because sometimes, if, as I told you earlier, if the parents say it's because of you that I'm staying in this horrible marriage, so then they will feel guilty. They will think because of me my parent has to tolerate so much. Or sometimes what happens is that jo difference of opinion hai between the two parents, it is got triggered by some demand that the child has done. If the child wants something and the mother says okay I will give, father says no, you should not give. So वहां पे उनका झगड़ा शुरू हो जाता है. So here it is not basically because of what the child wants, it's because of their difference of opinion. So this is what happens when they start feeling guilty, or sometimes they are forced to take sides. Their parents involve them in the fight. Okay, what do you think? Mummy is galat na, mummy wrong hai na, how can she talk like this? Or vice versa. So that is so sad. Imagine एक 5 साल का बच्चा, उसको साइड लेना पड़ता है. And the children are very smart, but what happens over some time, what they do is they start manipulating. जिनसे उनको कुछ चाहिए उनका साइड लेते हैं. They know who's which parent should they favor at that time. Or sometimes a worst thing is when they have to spy on parents. Sometimes a mother might tell them कि just see पापा किससे बात कर रहे हैं, किसको मैसेज कर रहे हैं, बाहर किसको मिल रहे हैं. I mean, this is so sad. Imagine यार, it's like they do not understand how much they are damaging the child for future. This child is
Absolutely.
always going to have trust issues in their relationship, and they are not understanding कि वो seed of mistrust they are only planting here. Just for their उनको कुछ whim है, उनको
Hmm.
कुछ शक है इसके लिए. Or sometimes the children may feel insecure. What the parents do, they keep on talking about मैं घर छोड़ के जाऊंगा, and they talk about leaving the house, they talk about ending their life, sometimes they talk about ending the marriage. So the children are constantly feeling like scared that they will lose some parent. बहुत insecurity होता है. Sometimes the children, they aim to overachieve. In such a
Hmm.
scenario जहाँ पे झगड़े चलते हैं, उनको लगता है if we do well, if we overachieve, we are constantly studying, we achieve something, maybe the घर का वातावरण अच्छा हो जाएगा. So they try to work on the environment of the house. But then what happens, the ecosystem of the family is disturbed. A healthy ecosystem is where all the members have to contribute something. But यहाँ पे क्या है, mother father are not bothered and the children are constantly trying to overachieve. So this is very unhealthy. Of course the children will fall sick. उनको स्ट्रेस होता है, इम्यूनिटी कम होगा, इन्फेक्शन ज्यादा होगा. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी कॉमनली सीन. Or there could be academic failures. Now you imagine a child is, got up in the morning and going to school, and there the parents start fighting. So how is this child going to go to school? How is he going to pay attention? How is his, uska memory, concentration, motivation, attention, everything is affected. So how is this child going to do well academically? Or sometimes there are behavioral issues in school. स्कूल में जाके एग्रेशन निकलता है, और दे हैव लो सेल्फ वर्थ, और दे आर शाई. Sometimes they fake superiority, they have an inferiority complex, but it is expressed as a superiority complex. और sometimes वो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें बनाते हैं, हमारे घर में ये है वो है वो है. They try to make up stories, fantasizing करते हैं. So ये बहुत उनके ऊपर एक गलत असर हो रहा है, these behavioral issues. You imagine a scenario where mother and father are fighting at home. So when the children are noticing this, so they will immediately start doing some negative attention seeking. They want to distract the parents. They want to stop the fight then and there. So then they get into some negative attention seeking, और वो मस्ती करना शुरू करते हैं. So imagine इतना मतलब calculative है. I mean, really your heart goes out to such children, कि they are willing to do anything to stop these conflicts. Of course, उनका एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर का तो हम सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं, because neither the children have time or interest. And of course parents don't have interest because they are busy having other interests. And in सब में क्या होता है, you can see कि it is very faulty, very inappropriate role model for the children, for handling future conflicts or respecting differences between each other. So the impacts can be, we can go on and on, they are endless.
Definitely. That is so true, and I agree with each point you said. And with all these impacts, I can surely say that they lead to low self-esteem, low self-confidence, low self-worth, and most importantly, low self-love. So self-love goes for a toss, and till the time you don't love yourself, you can't love others in the other relationships, your peers, your spouse, or your parents even. So even the smallest stressors at times, they lead to such unhealthy habits like smoking, drug, and all these things, because the child is actually distracting himself from those memories, those instances, those things which are going on in the home. So he is going on to the other resort, and also they want to get accepted outside, in the outside world, by others. So they have very high demand and need of getting accepted from others, from outside, and in that process they become very adaptable. So in the to the extent that they can do anything if someone says to them with love. So and with time they start losing their self identity, isn't it? So with this, the child is losing all those love and identity and everything, and even considers, yeah, sometimes it has been seen also that the children who think that one of the parent is doing something wrong, but eventually when they grow up, they turn out to be the same thing, even after considering that thing wrong. So like example, a father or a mother who are constantly nagging each other time and again, every time, and pinpointing on small little things. So the child initially feels that this is being done wrong with one of the parent, but very soon that child will also treat that parent in the similar way, isn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, you
So
summarize the
analysis.
impact very well.
Thank you. And then we hope that the people who are on the live, they are getting some or the other benefit with this live. So if yes, please put in your thumbs up so that we also know that it is of some value to you. So ma'am, we have been talking about the types and impacts and everything, but see, everything comes with a solution. So there must be some tips and tricks that which will help the parent in being the informed parent, isn't it? So can we have more of it?
Yeah. So let us,
As
discuss in
in,
short.
how can a parent be informed, a better informed parent?
Yeah. So let us see some, suggestions on how to avoid this negative impact on children. So first and foremost, in any relationship, what is important is a healthy communication, a transparent communication. So always the communication channels between both the parents, they have to be open, they have to be healthy, and they have to model this transparency to the children. And children need to observe, from these children. Children need to observe from their parents how to resolve conflicts through communication. Parents have to be a role model. It's like, we have to teach the child that it is okay to feel angry, it is okay to feel sad, upset, but how one can soothe himself or herself in spite of that, how one can let go of the feelings after some time, how to ask for forgiveness, how to give forgiveness. So we have to keep on modeling all this to our children. We have so many instances where we can model this to the children, and children will get very upset and insecure when they do not see these communication channels being rebuilt over time. We have to keep on building this up whenever we get a chance. And sometimes we can tend to feel, we may feel that way कि कुछ नहीं, हमारे parents भी बहुत झगड़ा करते थे, there used to be so many fights, but we turned out okay, so it's okay, even our kids will turn out well, इतनी कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. But it's not, all children are not same. And ask yourself, as parents, you ask yourself, try to go back to your childhood days, and do you feel things would have been different for you if your atmosphere that time was more positive, if the family atmosphere was more positive? Now I met a father of two, I mean, he's got two daughters, one is in the fifth, one is in the third, and it's a joint family. So the father is very strict with the daughters, and the mother is not brought up in that way. The mother is quite lenient, but she's quite understanding and supportive, but father is very strict. So now this father, he is brought up in a house where his mother was very strict. I mean, he even calls the mother a Hitler. And he tells कि वो बहुत मारती थी, and she used to get angry, she used to close the door and just go and sit inside, and they as children used to sit outside and cry when either she used to hit, they used to cry, or she used to get angry and bang the door and go and sit inside, and the poor kids used to cry outside and tell her, mama, sorry, sorry, come out. So I mean, this is the way he realizes that this was wrong. And though he says now, because his mother is still a Hitler, he will yet say कि हाँ, what she did was the right way, because उसका वो conditioning हो गया है कि my mother is never wrong and she's always right. But then he does understand कि how much he went through, how much trauma, how traumatizing it was. So this is the second thing, is seek help. It's okay, as adults, we may not get along well with each other. But in a therapeutic setting, we may be able to resolve issues better. We can resolve these issues which are going to have an impact on our relationships or on the family dynamics.
Exactly. Because, and this self-help thing, I would say that it is really important, because I would share an example over here. So there was a girl of 10 years old, and then she used to self-harm. She used to self-harm, and the parents found out, and they sought out for therapy and help. To the counselor or a therapist you can go. So what they found out was that for the past 10 years, the parents relationship was not good. The mother had no one to share her ordeal and the trauma and the things which she wants to share, because she had no friends, no social life, and the parents also passed away, no sibling, etc. And then the father, they both used to consider each other wrong. And then what used to happen was, the stress and all these conflicts, they used to happen in front of the child. And meanwhile, over these years, the mother also started, as in she had very low levels of vitamin D3 and high levels of thyroid also. So all these hormonal changes and these deficiencies, they were leading to her stress also, her mood swings also. So yes, it is always a better idea to seek help from outside. It's not that if we seek help, because in our society still it's a taboo, if you agree, ma'am, with me,
Yeah.
it's still a taboo that if we go out and seek help, then what will people say, or what will others think about us. But what happens is, if the third person, a person who is well educated or well trained in this, because you are not alone in this journey. So if that person tries to help you and you seek help from that person, you will surely get into a better relationship,
Mhm.
and your family life will be better. So after they sought help, the girl started, as in getting better grades, and their family relationship also improved over the, because which was not there at all over the
Mhm.
past 10 years. The reason was the parents were not even realizing that there was some problem. It was only when the child started self harming herself, then all those problems came up, when they started
Mhm.
realizing it. So
Yeah.
it is very, very important that, if there is some discord or a conflict, you talk it out, and if you are not able to solve it by yourself, please seek help so that you have a better life with your children.
Mhm. Absolutely true. So this timely help was very important. I mean, this saved the girl and the entire family.
Exactly.
So she's lucky that, the parents opted for therapy.
Yes.
The next thing what the parents should do, like, for a healthy setup is the parents should plan some, a daily or a weekly schedule together. So by doing this, what they do is they can, you are setting time to build on the relationship. That is, there's some connection ritual with the partner. It could be like going for a walk together. It could be like having a meal together, watching some, TV show together, enjoying some hobby together. So what happens is when you set times to build on a relationship, so if and when a breakdown happens, you already have a bridge in place. So across this bridge, you can, get across to to your partner. So this is very important, spending time together. And sometimes what happens is after a fight, the conflict is resolved, sab theek ho gaya, but the parents, they act as if nothing happened. And the child wonders कि क्या हो गया, अभी अभी अचानक सब अच्छा चल रहा था, अचानक एक धूम धड़ाका हो गया, झगड़े हो गए, doors were banging, the parents, they both left, they went in opposite directions, and suddenly there is silence in the house. They are wondering what happened, and after some time वापस parents सब साथ में आ गए and everything is normal, so they don't know what's going on. They get really confused. So it is very necessary, कि when the normalcy comes, like, according to, like, जैसे जैसे बच्चा बड़ा होता है, according to his level of understanding, it is very necessary to brief the child about the conflict, about the differences, कि ऐसे क्यों हुआ, क्या हुआ. So it is necessary to brief the child about the differences and about the way they worked on these differences. The children are a part of the family, they need to know everything. And also this is important because sometimes the children feel guilty, they feel कि हमारे वजह से झगड़ा हुआ. So this guilt is very it's too heavy for these young minds. So it is very, very necessary to communicate with them कि why there was a difference of opinion, why there was an argument, and it is okay to have differences and how we can work on it. So this is very, very important that बच्चों को सब बताना चाहिए. Even अगर like some parent realizes it was his mistake or her mistake, it is okay in front of the child to go and ask for an like to apologize or to seek an apology. बच्चों को ये भी सिखाना जरूरी है कि हाउ टू accept your mistake, how to seek forgiveness, and how to forgive also. This is something children really, really need to learn because ये आगे उनके life में it is going to be necessary. Also, you should take a feedback, about the conflict. Suppose a child wants to tell, like, the child wants to tell the father, I don't like it when you yell, I don't like it when you just walk off in a half, I don't like when you just get upset and don't express what are you upset about. So it is okay if the child is giving this feedback to the parent. And it's good because one thing is the child is feeling heard, the child is feeling important, the child feels that yes, what I feel matters in this house. And plus it will also so by all this it is going to prevent a lot of their future mental health problems, when the children are getting, they are able to express it out and they are feeling heard. And plus it is going to help the parents deal effectively with conflicts, the aage ke conflicts. And as you rightly told before ki both the partners need to focus on their self care. They have to have this thing of self love. And self love kahan se aata hai? When you have this me time, or you are able to take care of yourself, ki when I'm upset, what should I do to soothe myself. So this is very important. Otherwise what happens is, one parent feels like a martyr, feels that the parent is always, she feels he or she is always attacked, And this parent has therefore lost the capability of self love. So if this parent doesn't have the self love, how can this parent love the child? You have to love yourself to be able to love someone. So therefore self care is very, very important for the parents own sake and for the child's future. So some hobby, some me time, some activity that helps the parent to heal emotionally, to soothe, should always be handy. And also seek help when required. Like, now a common scenario is work from home situation hai. The mother is overworked, बीच में ऐसी भी situation था कि no maids, no helpers coming. So the mother is, totally exhausted, overwhelmed. उसका office का भी काम है, घर का भी काम है. So it is okay, to delegate jobs, to ask for help without feeling guilty. So this is also another way of self care. So these are just a few suggestions, and in short, what parents have to be mindful about their interactions, their communication, their expression, their tone, everything. Because they have to realize that every point they are constantly on the radar. And I'll tell you what, it seems like a big job to do, but it is not difficult. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes like a second nature of the house. So, just be mindful initially, and बाद में it becomes easier.
Yes.
And
As you
also,
said,
yeah, Maria, yeah, one more thing. I just wanted to, tell you one thing.
sure.
कि ये जो है, it is not only about when the child is born. This is important कि even when, before the child is born,
Yes.
even when the child is in the womb, if there is some conflict, between the parents and the mother is stressed, so then her, like, neurobiologically she's affected. Her hormones are all gone for a toss. There are a lot of stress hormones running in her body. So the environment in which the baby is thriving, that is getting affected. So that is affecting the baby right from even before the child is born. So the baby's physical growth, mental growth, intelligence, immunity, everything is affected. So ये बहुत जरूरी है कि even when somebody is deciding to become a parent, from that time onwards, they have to be mindful about how to resolve their conflicts.
Because there are 2 eyes and 2 ears which are constantly on you, and they are seeing and absorbing, because it's a clean slate, and they are absorbing, and the mind is absorbing everything. Yes, how they have to deal with the future relationships. So the mind is there with 2 eyes and 2 ears. I think we lost you. Is there a technical glitch? Can you hear me, Dr. Sunita? I think there is some network issue. Dr. Sunita, am I audible to you? Okay, she has just left. I'll just ask her to rejoin. Just hold on. And as mentioned, all the points and the tips and tricks mentioned by her, they were absolutely amazing. And yes, being mindful is not very difficult. Yes, it takes a conscious effort. But once you start following it, once you start thinking and analyzing about each and everything, what action will have which impact, the journey will be very amazing and soothing for you. And the children, let her join. Let me see. And the children, you are setting the foundation stone in their mind. The children, they are getting each and everything. How you are dealing, the child will absolutely and will obviously deal like that only. So before she joins back, let me tell you one more example, that there was a girl, again, in my class. That girl was super intelligent and very verbal and had very good oratory skills and everything. But then when she started peeing in her pants. An 8-year-old girl who could convey all her needs and everything, and she suddenly started peeing in her pants, and upon asking the mother, because mother usually used to come for the PTMs, upon asking the mother, she said no, earlier she used to communicate, but these days she is doing like this, we don't know why. So upon interrogating more, we found out that the parents were going under a separation, and so the environment at the home, there was a conflict between the parents, and environment at the home, it was not appropriate, and all those stressors, everything, it was old child. It
I
Yes, I think we got you back. Yes, hi. So we lost you in between because of some technical error, I think.
okay. So where were we? Because I thought I
Yes.
lost you. So then I don't know what
No,
exactly happened.
no,
So we were
there
saying,
was some technical error, and the image got blurred, and then we lost you completely.
okay.
So yes, now so I was just sharing some more examples with them. Meanwhile, you were away. So my question again to you is that since all the individuals, they are different, yes. So does the personality difference between parents, as in, is it impacting them? Is it bad for them?
No, not at all. Because personality differences between parents तो रहने ही वाले हैं. Because no two people can be same. Because the parents, they have grown up in a different environment. They have their own personalities. They have their own values, own beliefs. And of course, two people, their husband and wife, cannot have the same values. They cannot have the same opinions. And in fact, we advise everyone, as a human being, as an individual, you remain authentic, you be assertive, you express your feelings, but also understand each other's perspectives. So therefore, broaden, widen your perspectives, and then you channelize these differences into strengthening the marriage. So this helps your children to learn to accept the individual differences positively. Also, I would like to let you know that we have a wonderful assessment tool which you as parents can make use of. You can take this test. So when you take this tool, you understand these differences. You understand what are your priorities. Suppose it is something about financial aspect or whatever other differences. You can understand them better. You can understand each other better, and you can जो भी differences है, you convert them into strengthening your relationship with your spouse. You're using the differences also positively. So in case anybody is interested in taking this test to understand your spouse better, you can DM us over here. So this is the way कि personality difference होके भी it is not bad for the children, it is not bad for the family.
Exactly, because our relationship entirely free from the conflict and disagreement. It only exists in fairy tales, isn't it? So we all are different. So guys, relax. It was a little heavy topic, and but the way we take it on will make all the difference. So surely all children, they have seen their parents agreeing and disagreeing and arguing with each other at some point of the time. But these are opportunities to teach the children. So how to resolve a conflict, how to agree to disagree, and how to be assertive, and how to problem solve together, and show children through their subsequent interactions that how the conflict between you has been resolved over the time. or what have you done. So these are the opportunities which we need to grab, because no relationship is perfect, no two individuals are the same, and we can grab these little opportunities, because children just learn from it how to resolve conflicts, how to problem solve, and how to have their own opinion, and how to express their desires and their views in their own relationships. So we are laying the foundation stone here, right in their minds, that how to problem solve and how to deal uh, with all these in a very healthy way. Not take these as stressors, but yes, how to grow outgrow all these, and how to understand other person's point of view and perspective alongside, because we nobody does anything wrong from their own perspective. So if you have some perspective and I have some perspective, we are arguing, and maybe my perspective is right from my end and your perspective is right from your end, so we have to come to a common conclusion at some point in a healthy relationship. And then it also makes a difference at how you respond instead of react. So reacting is very instant, but we need to take a little pause and try to respond instead of reacting, and then teach our children the skills, and in that way our relationship with our spouse also becomes better, for sure. When we start being little mindful about all these things, so it will become better for us, our present relationships, and it will lay the foundation stone for our child's future relationships also, be it with the peers or their siblings, their family, their spouse, everybody. So we have to start from the beginning.
So I just like to, give you, I mean, you're very well, it sounds so simple the way you speak it. It is so easy. I mean, you just have to be mindful, and this, we are laying the foundation stone for them, but parents have to be always mindful about it. And actually the best way to give this best example would be, everybody uses Google Maps, correct? So when we are using a Google Map, and suppose we are taking a wrong turn, जो Google Map दिखाता है, हम वो रास्ते पे नहीं गए. So Google Map will never yell at you and shout at you, criticize or condemn or insult you by if you take the wrong turn. It never raises a voice and says that you are supposed to go left, you last crossing. Why did you take right, you idiot? They'll not speak like this. Or they'll not sit and give lecture, now you'll be late, you never listen to me, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to do like this. What the Google app will do, it will just quietly tell you, okay, it will reroute. Okay, now you go right, and then you go ahead, then take a right. Maybe the distance will become, जो 3 किलोमीटर था वो अभी 5 किलोमीटर हो. But Google Map is very calmly just gives us the rerouting, does not criticize or anything. So this is what we need to learn. And Google Map ka, what is the intention of Google Map? That you need to reach to your destination. You need to reach your goal, not in making you feel bad for doing a mistake, right? So this is a great lesson. It is very tempting to unload our frustration, our anger on those who have made a mistake, especially those whom we are the closest to, because हमको लगता है हमारा पूरा हक है उनके ऊपर, but ऐसा नहीं है. So the wisest choice would be to help in fixing the problem, but not to blame. So my dear friends, just one suggestion is, be a Google Map to yourself, to your children, and to your spouse, right? So
Brilliant example.
yeah, something what everybody can follow. So next time when you are upset about something, immediately remember your Google Maps app and then behave like Google Maps. So simple.
Exactly. So it was such an exciting and interesting session with you today. Is there anyone who has some doubt or questions? Quickly, please type in the comment box, or even after the live is over, you can write in the comment and we can get back to you over the DMs. So let me see if we have any questions.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think we don't have any question. Yeah. So if you have any question, we'll just save this as IGTV, and you can get back to us on the comment section only, and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much for being a lovely audience and giving your precious time, and I hope it made some sense to you and it was of some use. Yeah. Have a great evening ahead. Bye bye.